fresh off his Super Bowl victory, Patrick Mahomes at Disney World. The MVP living his best life. He just finished his third season, but for many pro football players, that's already considered the tail end of their careers. And sadly, within 5 years of retiring, a significant number of athletes end up broke. But now their teams, their leagues, player associations are trying to end this circle of financial pain. Our next guest is Drew Hawkins. He's working to bring financial literacy to athletes and entertainers through his firm, Edyoucore. Drew, welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
These young men, average career length in the NFL, something like 3 years, in basketball 4, baseball maybe 5. They come to a lot of money very quickly. They're unprepared for it. What is the biggest mistake they make? How do they lose it when they lose it?
A lot of times they just dive right in. They don't have a plan, and unfortunately they have not been educated around the topic. When we think of other professionals in society that have been really good at their craft, doctors, attorneys, they've gone through their lives and not had exposure to this area. They make a lot of money in most situations, but they have a long time to recover and deal with some of the challenges that they make. These young men and women that go into professional sports don't have that. And so they are thrust into a situation where they're making more money than they've ever thought about making before. And in so many situations, they've never had any background or exposure or parents or other people to help them deal with some of these issues.
Story after story about many of these athletes and entertainers is that they fall prey to unscrupulous agents or money managers. How can Edyoucore help them avoid those kinds of charlatans?
Yeah, our focus is on educating. We don't manage money. We're not their trainers or their agents. We talk about the things that they need to do from a vetting perspective, how to have the interviews with these individuals. We work with them on being engaged in the process and taking an intimidating topic and make it relatively easy. Because again, money is a complicated thing to talk about for a lot of people. And if you haven't had exposure to it, being able to get this training, talk about it in real terms as opposed to a lot of the sophisticated concepts that people typically talk to individuals about with money. We break it down and we really make it simple.
And like you said, they have a lot of pressure from family and friends they've grown up with to sort of say, hey, it's payback time for some to come my way. It also reminds me a bit of the lotto ticket effect. I mean, look, anytime somebody comes into a lot of money quickly, especially at a young age, they don't always handle that situation well. What would be the 1 or 2 or 3 things, just kind of, hey, basic things that could help people avoid making the worst mistakes with that money?
You know, first of all, they want to get a budget and get their arms around their spending. They want to get a good team of individuals around them that are qualified and have experience related to the things that they're about to deal with. Athletes' lives are different. Their tax situation. They file a tax return in every state, but if you don't have someone that's had experience in that area, you're just not going to know. The other key piece is they are the CEO of their business, and they have to treat it that way. We hear the quote from Jay-Z all the time, I'm a businessman. I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. And they need to understand that. So early on, being engaged, being educated, getting their arms around this, you know, they are going to be responsible for the decisions that they need to make, and being a part of the process and understanding how it works is going to separate them in a variety of ways from others.
All right, Drew, we've got to leave it there. Thank you very much for your help today.
Thank you.